Well, hey again, everyone. It's kind of great to be doing a video today because things finally warmed up around here in Chicago. It's been just like deathly cold for forever. There's been like no sign of spring, no sign of anything, and it's finally warmed up over 70 degrees today. So I woke up, got breakfast, I went out and took a walk out in the sun and everything, and I slept very well, and I'm feeling very energetic today, and I'm feeling very productive. Good news that I did just record some audio for a new Blu-ray news video, because I know that's been something that's been off the table for a long time. I really want to get that back up on its feet and everything, because I paid a good amount of money for that animated intro for the video. I didn't just want to snuff it out after only having that intro for a couple of months. So it's coming back, be up soon, and a whole bunch of cool stuff to talk about today. A lot of cool things. We got things on track for new content on the channel. Saturday, as long as everything remains on course, Trent, Steve, and I will be recording a new commentary for Beverly Hills Cop. We've got that locked in. Anything kind of goes a little bit off with Trent's schedule, Steve and I will just sit down and do some, probably the rest of the Final Destination films or something like that. We'll just get something going off of that. We did drop the commentary for John Carpenter's The Fog over the weekend, so if you didn't check that out, didn't see that in your feed, go off and check that out on the channel, grab that link and all that type of stuff. And if you want to, there's always the Patreon where you can get one-day early access to all the commentaries going forward, and you get a complete database of downloadable audio files of every single commentary we've ever done. So you can just download them to your mobile device and listen to them whenever. You don't have to do any kind of like weird streaming type of stuff. Just hook up on Wi-Fi, download the file, and you're all good, and you go for it. Do it when you're in the car or at the gym, something like that. Whatever it is, makes it a lot easier. You don't have to burn data of getting the streaming video off of YouTube. You just get the audio file and you're good to go, just like a podcast. So that's cool and everything. And did finally decide on what my next review is going to be, and spanning things around. And I did like this Instagram post last week or whatnot late at night, and kind of gathered up all my James Bond stuff, the video, the Laserdisc, the DVDs, the Blu-rays, and I just left that GoldenEye Laserdisc just sitting out for days and days, and just kept beckoning me out. So I'm dead set. I'm going to be doing a review on GoldenEye, which was obviously actually my first Bond movie that I actually saw way back in '95, because my sister was such a big Pierce Brosnan fan. We just all went to see it, and there we go. Bond fandom was born from that point forward, and I figure that's kind of like the perfect way to get into it. It's one of the most well-received Bond films, and a lot of stuff to get into, a lot of interesting stuff for me to kind of dig into the documentaries and the featurettes and the Blu-ray, all that type of stuff. So it'll be fun. It'll be really fun type of stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that very, very soon. I've got a lot more free time this week, so, and a lot less mornings I have to deal with, because I'm not a morning person. So when I have to wake up really early in the morning to go to work, it's not really good. I prefer the evening shifts and everything. So regardless of that, I got more time to kind of get things a little more in motion, and I have to fall over myself and deal with weird sleep schedules. I'm a lot more even keeled this weekend, this whole week. So I'm going to get going on that very soon, but I want to get a little small things going, like the Blu-ray news thing, a video channel update here, and a few little things going to get my motions moving forward and everything on my gears moving forward in the right direction, and good energy today. So we got a lot of good stuff on that. So we got Beverly Hills Cop commentary, GoldenEye review coming up, and a few other things. I did get my my ticket for Avengers Endgame, despite the fact of all the congestion that's on the websites and AMC's website going down. Eventually was able to get one ticket to the screening I actually wanted after like an hour, because one seat opened up in the very back corner of the theater of the screening I wanted to go to. So I'm going to a Regal Cinema with one of the big RPX screens. So it's like, it's a lot of money, but for this, I'm willing to do it, because it's a fantastic screen, fantastic sound. It'll be a wonderful experience. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I'm going to be there Thursday night, and I requested some time off to be able to go see that. And hopefully we'll see, because I did a review of Infinity War last year, so it probably seems right to go ahead and follow that up with an Endgame review as well. So we'll see how things are going, but just stop with the clips, stop with the trailers, no more. I have to exercise willpower right now, because it's too much. They dropped another clip this morning or whatnot. I was like, I can't watch anymore. I can't. I just gotta hold off for the next 2.5 weeks, not watch anything else, and just try and get as zoned in and fresh of experience as possible. and just go in and experience the hell out of this movie, because I'm just dying to see this thing. I've been watching Marvel movies all over the place for the last couple of months, and I got one of them in my media pickups here to talk about a little bit, but that's really cool stuff. I got the ticket that I wanted for the screening I wanted, which was hard to do, but because I wake up, obviously I don't wake up as early as they drop these things online. So when I woke up and I saw there's the announcement trailer for the tickets, I'm just scrambling all over the place, trying to just get online and get a damn ticket, because it was just insane. But regards to that, we're moving forward here. We got some media pickups and some other really special stuff to talk about afterwards, sort of kind of here and there, but special story time. But I'm going to get into the Blu-rays first, because last week, I don't know what it was, probably just because they had the Pet Sematary remake coming up very soon. It came out this past weekend, haven't seen it yet, but they put out a brand new 4K remastered version on Blu-ray and Ultra HD, so I decided to go on to Best Buy and just grab this blind buy. I haven't watched it, but Steve is a big King fan. This is one of his favorites. He absolutely just gushes over this. So this is, like I said, brand new remaster, new features and everything. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. I've been wanting to check it out for a while, but I kept going off to different stores. They had the old Blu-rays, and they were like good prices, but I just like never pulled the trigger on it. Probably just fortunately, because again, like new remaster, all that type of stuff, there's a better version of it to invest in. I only got it for like $12 at Best Buy, price matching to the website. So went off just blind bought it. I just really haven't had time to kind of like sit down, put the energy into watching this, but I'm looking forward to doing that. And then I'll eventually see the new version they put out. Steve did post that there's a bit of a difference in the films and whatnot, but he actually kind of really liked it. So I suggested to him, once I get caught up with both versions, it'd be really cool to do commentaries on, because like I said, he's a huge King fan, and we definitely need to do some King, with him being such a knowledgeable fan of his work, actually reading the novels, being a fan of reading all that stuff over the years. We definitely need to get some King into our commentary series, so I think that's a really good starting point for that. We can do that one, and then a little later on, once the Blu-ray comes out for the other one, we could do that one as well, to give a little buffer zone between them and watch them both and do the commentaries once I have things in line. But I bought Ant-Man, my Marvel pickup for this time, and because it was Paul Rudd's birthday on Saturday, and just kind of like, okay, I've been wanting to watch this for like the whole goddamn week. I haven't found like a used copy anywhere to get a little bit of a lesser price for it, so again, went to Best Buy. I was able to price match to Amazon to get a little cheaper, about $20 instead of their $25, and I really enjoyed it. I watched it with the commentary on it, and it was really fun. And just like, I watched Ant-Man the Wasp recently on Netflix, and that was whole tons of fun. I really enjoyed the living hell out of it, and I just wanted to go back and watch this because I hadn't seen it since the theater, which was like 4 years ago. So it was like, it was really fun to revisit it, and I'm really glad to have it here and everything. So just fun times, fun stuff all over the place. And I want to switch gears to a Laserdisc first, because I was talking a little bit about Jack Ryan films last time, and I did end up selling off that Patriot Games Blu-ray because the transfer was just really bad. It was really, really bad. I did check out the Clear and Present Danger one, and it's like the transfer is a lot better, but it's weird where like in a close-up shot you get a lot of detail in the face, like a Willem Dafoe face, whatnot in that film, good detail, but once you pull it back, everything's smudged out, and it looks very heavily digital noise reduction and everything. And I figured, okay, I'll go sell out the Patriot Games one, and I was hoping to find both this and Patriot Games and the THX Laserdisc remasters, but I only found Clear and Present. But I figured for $4, it was well enough to grab it, and it was very convenient. It was next door to where I work and everything, so I grabbed it up at half price, and I will be on the lookout for Patriot Games in the THX remastered version, because that's the one that would be the better quality. But I really wanted to just kind of finish that off so I can have Red October, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, and just get that on the even thing there. I still got the DVDs, so we'll see how things go in that realm, but I really wanted to kind of get that kind of collection rounded out there. So I could have gotten it a long time ago. I kept going into the local half-price books, and they had it there. I just never pulled the trigger on it, and eventually got sold, and so I got to kind of wait it out to see where it might pop up again here and there. So we'll see how that goes and everything. But something I did pick up recently, because back to Blu-rays, is that Bull Moose, wonderful site and everything. The guys are fantastic. stationed out in the Northeast or whatnot, near Maine and such, and they sell off Blu-rays and stuff like that, new ones, used ones, and they had a Arrow video sale. I grabbed up Donnie Darko because it's just like, Arrow video sale, haven't seen this film in so goddamn long. I only have the original DVD release, so it's just a theatrical cut. No, there's a lot of criticism about the director's cut. I've never watched it because apparently it kind of zaps out a lot of the ambiguity that the film had that people really kind of enjoyed. They have a little bit of mystery about what exactly was going down in the film, and people kind of like more the kind of like deconstructing type of idea of trying to figure out exactly what everything was. But you're going to get the top line. This is kind of like more the standard release, not one of the limited editions where they have a lot more stuff packed in the whole thing. But this has got brand new 4K remasters and commentary tracks and behind the scenes documentaries and short films from Richard Kelly and trailers and a whole bunch of just packed full type of stuff. I was hoping to watch this over the weekend. I just didn't quite get the time and energy to really do it. But there's a whole ton of shit on here. There's really got to dig into this thing. I mean, like I said, there's 2 different versions, multiple commentary tracks. Just like there's a lot of stuff in here, and it's just a film that's like I said, I saw it way back when it first like hit home video, and it was just like, it was really just wicked and weird and creepy and mysterious. It just had this wonderful quality to it and everything. Just Frank himself, just the image of that thing. I mean, it's so iconic, and just like, it was just so terrifying in a certain way, and just so fascinating and all that type of stuff with all the sci-fi stuff and the interesting sort of 80s coming of age qualities to it and everything is weird sort of mix of all these weird type of things to throw into a pot. But it feels like it feels like a film that could have come out in the 80s. I know when you have something like a Buckaroo Banzai or other kind of odd cultish type of movies that kind of went under the radar but became really just hot hits and whatnot with a strong fan base. It feels like something that has that same sort of tether to the quality of everything. It's like, even though I haven't watched it so damn long, it has such a strong impression with the fantastic cast had. Patrick Swayze, Drew Barrymore, Maggie and Jake Gyllenhaal, of course, and just whole slew of different people in this whole film and everything. Just like, it's such a strong film, and at least theatrical cut and whatnot has a strong memory for me that I really want to revisit it and get this whole thing a lot more akin to revisit something when I've got the HD version and everything, and it's really well restored and everything, which Arrow Video is fantastically done time and time again, from all different weird sources, from stuff that was shot on like 16mm up to 35 and beyond and everything. So it's like, I only have a few Arrow Video titles, but this is definitely going to be one of the top ones. I can't imagine it not being that way, but it's such a fascinating experience of a film that it was such a good thing to grab this thing, because a little bit of story time type of thing, because this kind of ties into tangentially into something else that was kind of something really special that happened. It's actually been happening for a number of months or whatnot that I haven't been talking about any bit on the channel here and everything, but a fantastic artist that I've really become a fantastic fan of. Her name is Amy Kuney, who goes by a new rebranding of Ames. And back in October, because I've been such a major fan, become a major fan of Michelle Branch from her Hopeless Romantic album that she put out about exactly 2 years ago, where Amy actually co-wrote about 8 songs on the 14-track album and everything. That back in October, Michelle actually shared a brand new single that Ames had put out at that time ahead of a EP release, which just came out. So it's been a long number of months putting the whole thing together with her songwriting, all this type of stuff, and the production of the whole thing and the promotion of it. That back in October, that Michelle actually shared that on Instagram or whatnot with all her fans and everything. That this is someone I'm a great fan of. That she is a great friend of, collaborated with. She had a great time working with her on the album, and she wanted to help promote the new single from what she was doing her new project and everything called Hold On. And I was really just struck by the track so much. It had such a warm, smooth type of feel to it, with a mixing of sort of electronic and acoustic type of feels and everything. And it was just a really wonderful little track that she kind of wrote as a sort of a message back to her younger self or whatnot, about just holding on through struggles and tough times, and having her family kind of uproot themselves as missionaries down to Honduras about like 20 years ago now, that there was such a struggle for her as she grew up and deal with different things, that she really wanted to have this sort of love letter back to her younger self, to be like, you're stronger than you think you know, and you can hold on for better things that come around and everything. So it's like, I was very struck by that. And then at the end of October, she put out another single, which was called Picture in My Mind, which is really fantastic. And the music video they put together, kind of a live performance thing, had everyone dressed up in Donnie Darko, Frank the Rabbit outfits, and is absolutely one of the most adorable things I've ever seen. And every time I watch that video, I just glow. I just glow with a giant smile. It's just so, just seeing them, the whole band just playing and dancing around in the friggin' Frank the Bunny outfit, just like, this is adorable. It's adorable. It's a wonderful, fantastic track, and just like, it was just something that was so, it was just so great to behold. I just absolutely loved it, and I keep watching that video, just loving the whole thing. And she actually put that version as well out as more of a stripped down version of the song, as well as the actual proper studio produced version of it. So all this stuff is going around, and she after she put out the first single, she actually decided to go ahead and do handwritten thank you cards to everyone who had helped promote the singles release and everything, to everyone who shared it around Facebook and Twitter, stuff like that, all over social media. And she did actually send me one, and it's like, that was one of the sweetest little things anyone I've been a fan of has ever done. It was such a special little thing to have her just handwrite a thank you card and just express how much she's appreciated the fandom that I put forth and the support I put forth. And it was such a wonderful thing that just embraced me as a fan and stuff like that. I just like, it drew me closer to the heart of what she does and everything, what she expresses with her music and everything. And on Black Friday, she actually launched a merch store and everything. And I right away purchased some posters, and something just kind of went a little bit awry over time with the merch company and the order placing process and whatnot, where I ended up having to work with her interim manager at the label, Mateo Sound, to kind of shepherd this whole process through of why things weren't kind of going through the system and whatnot. Well, they got me order, but things never really kind of progressed anywhere. So Matt over there at the label, everything, he did a fantastic job over a several week process of just trying to figure out why things weren't working out, why things were not progressing, why there was a breakdown of communication and process on this whole thing. And week after week after week, we worked on it. It made it so easy to be patient and understanding about the whole thing, and it was absolutely fantastic, this whole thing. It was like the top #1 customer service experience I've ever had for something that went so wrong in a certain way, but it just seemed like it was something that was meant to kind of happen, because it kind of drew things even further closer in this whole sort of fan artist type of thing that it's been going on this whole point in time. Because as things progressed, got to a certain point, because it was shortly after I did place the order that eventually she put signed posters as a extra item on the website and everything. So I originally contacted to kind of see if I could upgrade my order. And as this thing went along and things got delayed and things went to some sort of weird impasse, some sort of processing problem here, Matt and Ames ended up putting together a really fantastic sort of care package in a certain way, with a whole bunch of signed posters, personalized signed posters, some t-shirts, some little things here and there. And she wrote a nice little note, whatnot, to thank me for being patient and understanding with this whole thing. It's like, it's just been one of the most rewarding experiences, one of the most special experiences I've had being a fan of anyone that I've ever been a fan of, because usually, as you know, there's usually like a barrier or whatnot. People don't tend to kind of cross or whatnot, but she's had such a great heart about everything, such a sweetness to her. And she's been doing this for like 15 some odd years, whatnot, writing and recording her own music, playing shows, building herself up, and sort of developing as an artist all this point in time. So she's been at it for a long time and had so many fans all over the place for so many years, whatnot, that to be able to do this sort of thing, to just take the time out to appreciate what I've done and appreciate being understanding and patient, all this type of stuff. And we've shared some really nice interactions over on Instagram and stuff like that, where just kind words back and forth here and there. And it's been a fantastic experience, and culminating recently with another single release, which was a really heartfelt, beautiful sort of acoustic track that is kind of sort of like, if you've ever had a mother that really worried about you being out there in the world alone, this beautiful track, Mama It's Me, is just a fantastic piece of work that just like most anyone that listens to it just bawling out in tears. I saw all the reactions online where people were just like absolutely just moved by it so much, and then the following week putting out the 6-track EP, just absolutely fantastic. I just absolutely loved it. Everything she did with it just had a wonderful ebb and flow. The production quality was fantastic, just suited her vibe, her tone, her style to everything. And there's so many different styles of tracks just in that 6-track EP, but it's been a wonderful experience doing this whole thing and just being connected with her in a certain way and everything, and knowing that she's got so many fans out there to give her time to and all this type of stuff, and she's been able to just have this sort of attention towards me for the experience with the merch thing and some other things since then. It's been a really fantastic type of thing altogether, and it's like I just really want to take some time out to really kind of express that whole journey we've been on for like 6 months or whatnot, that things just start off on such a wonderful foot to just get that first track and just experience it for a certain amount of time, then everything built up towards a certain path that just was unexpected, to just have that problem with the merch order and everything, and just kind of build towards something more and everything. So it's been a really fantastic type of thing, and I definitely thoroughly recommend you guys go check out the EP that she put out called My Name is Ames. It's on all digital platforms. You get it on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, anywhere you get it, you can pretty much find it. And no CD release or whatnot. It's more of just like an independent label type of stuff. So they're not really going to invest time in like putting out CDs and whatnot. But I think you might be able to order, at least on our merch store, there was an option to get a vinyl version of it. But everyone's been promoting the digital releases, obviously, because it's just that much convenient for everything. But regardless of that, I just really wanted to share that story for you guys, because it's been absolutely wonderful type of stuff, and I thoroughly recommend that EP to check it out and just experience it and just feel the heart, the warmth, the personal nature that she has to express out in these songs. I thought it was really fantastic type of stuff. So you can definitely check out some stuff down in the description below with a couple links. She put up, she's done a press tour out in New York in the last week, and she's going to have a few more things up on social media to link towards some other interviews and performances she did that were recorded and be released this week. And there's one that was done that was broadcast live on YouTube that you'll be able to find down there as well. So very much all the way down to my bottom of my heart, it's been a fantastic experience, and I look forward to anything else, because I am now, she just launched a Patreon, and I am supporting her on Patreon. So I'm definitely looking forward to everything she has to share there, to her fans, all the behind the scenes stuff, all the demos she'll be sharing, all this type of stuff. It's fantastic, really good stuff. So that's my story. That's my fantastic little story there about everything that's going on in these last several months, where I've had a lot of bad things happening in those months and whatnot, where I had the little sort of auto incident that I had with the car, where things got a little bit scraped up, and dealing for 2 months with the freaking car insurance nonsense. Then I had all the stuff I was dealing with trying to get the fixer done and just driving myself insane about it. Then I had the whole thing with the goddamn video card I ordered, which was a disaster of experience, where I couldn't get the guy to respond to a single goddamn email about anything. I had to ship the damn thing back, file a dispute on PayPal to get my money back for the whole thing, and all the little things I was dealing with right up to the wire of getting the fixer out, dealing with all the weird shit on Amazon's site and everything to get everything processed and up on time. And then the damn computer dies a couple weeks ago, and I had to get a new computer. So there's been a lot of shit that's just been a really trying, just agonizing experience the last several months. But the one fantastic thing in this whole experience has been just this whole journey I've been on with just being a fan of hers, and dealing with what Matt did at the label and everything, where he's also a photographer. He shot all of her fantastic promotional photos or whatnot. He's a fantastic photographer, and just dealing with him when he was just the easiest guy to deal with. I never gave him anything but the ease of experience with myself and everything, and I never had a problem dealing with him at all. It's just like dealing with all these other bad things that kept going on and stressing me out and driving me into a bad state of affairs. This was the most pleasant thing I've dealt with over the last 6 goddamn months, and it's been I can't imagine it being how this last 6 months would have been without having this wonderful journey that I've been on, discovering her music, being in these interactions with her and with Matt, all these different things. It's just been a beautiful type of thing, and just like I just can't express my appreciation for the quality of person that she is, the quality of artist that she is, everything that she shares out into the world with everyone. Just like, it's just wonderful. So thanks guys so much for sticking around, enjoying my story if you did. And like I said, links below for all her stuff is there. But as I said, with the channel here, we're getting back up on top of things. So new reviews, new commentaries, new Blu-ray stuff, all types of good stuff. So thanks so much, guys. You can also see my Patreon below again if you want to check that out and get a little bit early access and support things around here. So guys, thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.